Let's talk about launch quantization, the global launch quantization in Ableton Live, and individual clip launch quantizations. I have a session over here with 4 different tracks, a bass part, a drum part, a melody part with different variations, and another melodic loop. Right now, the global launch quantization is set to 1 bar. I'm going to go ahead and start the arrangement playback so we can hear the metronome. Now, since the launch quantization is set to 1 bar, when I trigger a pad, we're only going to hear it at the beginning of the downbeat. So as an example, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just trigger the bass there slightly before the downbeat. But because the launch quantization was set to a bar, Ableton ensured that it only starts at the beginning of the bar. Do the same for the drums now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this launch quantization also affects stopping a clip, even though it's called launch quantization. Let's now look at individual clip launch quantizations. So let's say this melodic phrase I have here, I want to set this to an independent launch quantization. So if I click over here, where you see it says L, ensure that is enabled. And now in this submenu of launch, we have quantization. I'm going to click here and set this to a separate value. Let's say a quarter note. In fact, I want all these clips to have the same quarter value. So I'm going to select all of them by holding down Shift, clicking the first one, and then clicking the last one. And then back in that same menu, I'm going to select a quarter note. So now, even though the global launch quantization is set to 1 bar, this one track's clips are all set to a quarter note launch quantization. So let's hear what that would sound like. All right, let's take this a step further by completely turning off launch quantization for these clips. So again, they're all selected. I'll change this from quarter to none. So now I can freely trigger these clips while the other clips are going to follow the global launch quantization. So you have to be a bit more careful when you turn off launch quantization because it's completely free. Timing may be incorrect, but as long as you have launch quantization, Ableton takes care of timing.